Hey guys, Chip Kosei here, latest edition of Laws for Life. We're coming up on hurricane season, and if you're from New Orleans, it's always a worrisome time. So today I'd like to talk to you about flood insurance. Now, going back to Hurricane Katrina, I handled dozens and dozens of Hurricane Katrina cases and tried to help all my neighbors get back home with regard to their property damage claims that was caused by the storm. So I've learned a lot about flood insurance over the years, and I wanted to share some of it with you. Currently, as you know, it is a federal program that's administered by different private companies like State Farm or whoever. And so the maximum coverage that you can have for your structure is $250,000, and the maximum amount you can have for your contents is $100,000. Now, there's a few things you need to know about flood insurance. Number one, it doesn't cover what they call appurtenant structures. What is an appurtenant structure? That is like a carport, or let's say you have an outdoor kitchen out back, or a garage with a bunch of things in it. If it is detached from the home, it is not covered. The only way it is covered if it's connected to the home by an interior wall. So if you have a brick fence that connects the home to that structure, it will not count. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is that if you are planning some sort of a renovation, you may want to consider some sort of a breezeway, walkway that's covered and have that interior wall. It's a cheap solution to get that appurtenant structure covered should it be damaged by flood. Another thing that I saw during that time was the fact that people had insufficient contents coverage. Now, there's a couple of ways you can work around that. If you try to get additional flood insurance coverage, it's very pricey. I discovered another means. It's called an inland marine policy. So what you would do there is you buy this separate policy and you schedule your contents. And what I mean by that is you list them out. So what we did is we took our most expensive contents, whether it's a sofa or whether it's fine art or whatever, jewelry, things like that. You schedule it, make sure you get a current appraisal on it. And the best part about an inland marine policy is, number one, it's very cheap. Number two, it has no exclusions. So no matter what causes the damage to it, it's covered. So the appraisals are very important. Finally, flood insurance premiums, depending on where you live, can be very high. If you live in an older area that's maybe lower in the city, more below sea level than another area, you're going to pay more. So it's definitely worth it to occasionally get a new flood elevation survey. And what that does is they have a surveyor that'll come out and they'll shoot a grade from the lowest point of the street to your home. Many times you've had road repairs or they've added concrete or asphalt, it raises it somewhat, and that could result in a lower insurance premium. So stay safe out there. Hurricane season's right around the corner. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me or email me, chip@koseilaw.com. Thanks a lot. We'll talk again soon.